All right, y'all, I'm starting off right. I got my glasses. So, I gave a praise report yesterday about Bryce and all of that. Uh-oh, look at the glasses. Wait a minute. All right. And so, another part of that meeting, I wasn't so nice and I wasn't so happy. And I know that they thought, ooh, this mother. Because everybody knows that my son and I are from Philadelphia, and people in the South have preconceived notions about city folks, so they expect us to be wild and crazy for whatever reason. And sometimes I give them what they want. Other times I get real collegiate and bougie and stuff like that, because it's just mind blowing to see a full figure black woman know as much as they do and have done the work that they are doing and can teach them things. And so I like to, show my peacock feathers in meetings sometimes. But anyhow, Bryce, like I told you yesterday, he has an IEP. So he has an ARD meeting, A-R-D. He has an ARD meeting, and that is the meeting to determine what the plan is going to be for his school year, what kind of provisions he needs and all of that kind of stuff. And so they're sitting there and they're telling me, what they think he needs and why they think he needs it and all this kind of stuff. And as far as his grades and what they think his grades should be and blah, blah, blah. Now, I love school. I love to learn. I have done quite a bit of school. I'm degreed and all of that good stuff. Have studied abroad, have done a lot of things collegiately that I'm pretty proud of. I mean, I did my thing when I was in school, but that was my thing. And so I don't put that on my son. He is who he is. And Bryce is a good student, but he's not me. And I did all the things, when I was pregnant, I was singing to him. I was singing ABCs. I was teaching him the names of the streets. He was in my stomach. I was reading the names of the streets as I rode by him while I was pregnant. I had the headphones on and I had the ocean sounds and I was reading to him and I was doing all the stuff that they say increases intelligence while the baby's in your belly, blah, 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 all that stuff. So I just knew that my kid was going to be Einstein when he came out. And so if you've followed me for any amount of time, you've seen videos of Bryce, knowing all his numbers and colors and all of that stuff when he was 1 and all of that, because I was not playing about him knowing things. But I was not playing about the school system either. And I wasn't going to let them determine what made my son successful or not. And I don't do that in these ARD meetings either, which is more about his disability. And so his speech, although it has increased, they still are assessing his reading level according to his speech. And so I needed some explanation. I'm saying to you, telling me that my son graduated himself out of speech therapy, but then you're telling me that he's reading 2 levels below based only on fluency. That's not comprehension. Fluency is flow. Fluency is flow. So he can't flow because he stutters. And he stutters more in an assessment scenario because he's being watched and he's reading out loud. So how do you tell me that he's reading below level when you already know that the environment is affecting how he's doing what you're asking him to do? So, I've been on many interdisciplinary panels concerning people's children and concerning people's lives in my career. And what I know for sure is that a lot of it is subjective more than it is objective. That just means it's more emotion based. You're telling me what you feel like my son should be doing as opposed to what the facts are. So when I broke it down to them, That's exactly what I wanted to know. I don't want to know what you feel like he should be reading, or you comparing my son to somebody else who does not stutter. That's apples and oranges. You can't compare him to somebody else in your classroom who doesn't have the same situation that he has. And all children don't stutter the same anyhow. So needless to say, I took the floor. They asked me, Miss Smith, do you have anything to say? Yeah, I do. And so at the end of it, they were reworking their assessments, and they were reworking the moving forward, and they were reworking the deliverables from Bryce, because when the teacher told me that, one of her expectations was that my son be able to input 60 to 150 math problems in a calculator in 1 minute. I told her, if she don't stop playing with me, I'm coming up there. Because first of all, what on earth is he going to do with that? Even if he inputted 200 math problems into his calculator in 1 minute, where's he going to work with that? It still doesn't mean he knows how to count. It means that he's the fastest calculator in the world. Don't give me nonsense. I have degrees based on nonsense. We're not going to do that. I have years of information in my brain that I have never used one single time. And I'm not going to let you make my child think that he is less than because of some nonsense that you let some district tell you to enforce. We're not doing that. He's going to be in school. He's going to be respectful. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to get out of there. He's going to be out of there because we got other plans for him. God got other plans for him in his life. So all of that to say, don't let these people, school district, principal, teacher, head coach, whatever, make you think that whatever the status quo is, that's what your child needs to be. Nonsense. If you look at all the people who are anybody right now, they have dropped out of this. They have dropped out of it. The Elon Musk, the Apple people, all of these people, they're not college graduates. A lot of them are dropouts. A lot of them decided, I don't want to do what the world is doing. I want to do me. And doing me has made them successful. And that's what I'm teaching Bryce. Do you. And be the best that you can be. And the rest of it, come on. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Fight for your kids. Don't let these people tell you any of that mess. Do your research before you get in the meeting. You may not be literate on whatever they're talking about. But you can be, because you got Google, you got whoever. You look it up. Don't go into these meetings not knowing. Don't go into these doctor's offices listening. My son was diagnosed with ADHD from a physical. The doctor felt his adenoid. The doctor looked in his ears. He told Bryce to lift one leg at a time. He told him to hop on one foot. He told him to lift one arm. He told him to reach down to the floor. And then he wrote a prescription. Because hospitals get paid for the amount of children that they diagnose. Do not let these people tell you any old thing about your child. Look it up. Do the research. Fight for your children. And don't have your kids stressed out about no report card and all that. No, don't let them fail. Don't let them just give up. But if they basic, let them be. Let them be the best basic that they can be. If they B students, let them be the best Bs they can be. If they A students, knock it out. Do your thing. But don't let them think that if they're not A, if they're not B, that they don't have a chance. We got a president that's not an A student. Enough said.